Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to call this special meeting of the Santa Clara City Council to order. Could you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for our statement of values? I pledge
allegiance to the flag
of
of the United States of America, to the
republic for which it stands, one
nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
For all.
As we gather, we humbly seek blessings upon this meeting. May we act with strength, courage, and will to perform our obligations and duties to our people with justice to all. Let us seek wisdom so that we may act in best interest of our people, our neighbors, and our country. All this we ask so we may serve our community with fairness and respect, putting their needs before all. Thank you.
Please be seated. Roll call, Assistant City Clerk.
Councilmember Watanabe.
Here.
Councilmember Shahal.
Present.
Councilmember Hardy.
Present.
Councilmember Park.
Here.
Councilmember Vice Mayor Jane.
Here.
Councilmember Becker.
Here.
Mayor Gilmore.
Here.
Thank you. May I read the Statement of Behavioral Standards?
Yes, please.
The City of Santa Clara has adopted a code of ethics and values and behavioral standards for public meetings to promote and maintain the highest levels of conduct. This includes mutual respect, robust discussion, and allowing city business to be done in an efficient and consistent manner. Please note that as a presiding officer, the mayor's direction in matters of process and decorum should be followed, and that use of the gavel indicates all conversations must conclude and everyone in attendance should come to order and attention. Welcome and thank you for your participation. In addition, anyone speaking in the capacity as a registered lobbyist shall please be required to identify themselves as such and disclose the client or any organization that he or she represents at any meeting held with the city officials or at public meetings. This is pursuant to the City Code Section 2.155.110. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome everyone. For today's meeting, the city continues to use a Zoom feature to allow public participation from the safety of your own home or office. Members of the public can join via the link and or call into the Zoom meetings displayed on the screen now. If you would like to speak on an agenda item or during public presentations, please raise your hand on the Zoom application or press *9 on your phone. Please only raise your hand while the item you're seeking to speak on is being presented. Staff will enter your name or the last 4 digits of your phone number and I will call on you to speak. As a friendly reminder, members of the public have 2 minutes to speak on an agenda item and 3 minutes on public presentations. Those are topics that are not on the agenda. Prior to each item, staff will lower each hand to ensure that members of the public are requesting to speak under the appropriate agenda item. You may also submit your comments on the e-comment feature available on the Santa Clara Legistar page or via public comment at santaclaraca.gov, and the comments will be read into the record. So let us move on to the council agenda. So first we have public comment, and the public comment relates to the closed session item, public employee appointment, acting interim city manager. Do we have any member of the public that would like to speak on that item? Okay, seeing none, we will then adjourn to closed session, and that would be for council members only in closed session. All right, thank you. Reports of action taken in closed session. There was no action taken in closed session. Public presentations on any items that are not on the agenda this evening. Do we have any public presentations? I don't see any hands. Assistant City Clerk, do you have any e-comments?
I do. I have one letter
Okay,
that was asked to be read. This is, Dear Mayor Gilmore, members of the Santa Clara City Council, we write today in support of reclaiming our downtown's efforts and ask the city to prioritize and fund a study conducted by the downtown urban planner on the benefits of building Santa Clara City Hall in the historic 8-block downtown. ROD research revealed that multiple American cities that have returned their city halls back to their downtowns have had positive experiences with significant private investments in renovation and development following the moves. With the 60-year City Hall needing to be rebuilt, studying and understanding whether returning the City Hall to downtown could stimulate the downtown economy could benefit Santa Clara citizens and the City of Santa Clara. As you discuss your priorities and goal setting for the upcoming year, we urge you to consider studying the benefits of building and returning the Santa Clara City Hall back to downtown Santa Clara. Sincerely, Assembly Member Alex Lee, 25th District, and Assembly Member Evan Lowe, 28th District. And that's all I have, Mayor.
okay, thank you very much. And I know we all got a copy of that in email as well. All right, so moving on to general business, item number 2, discussion and action on request to give authorization to a member of the Santa Clara City Council to retain legal counsel to represent the council as a body. Councilmember Watanabe. You're muted.
Thank you. I think it's important that we as a council have direction so we can move forward as a city. And I would like to go ahead and make a motion and request to give authorization to the mayor to retain legal counsel to represent the city council as a body.
That motion dies for lack of a second. Thank you for that, though. Councilmember Chahal.
I'll make a motion to authorize Councilmember Hardy to retain legal counsel to represent the city council as a body.
I'll second that.
Okay, that's a motion by Councilmember Chahal, second by Vice Mayor Jane. Discussion on that? Kathy, Councilmember Watanabe.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, I would like to ask Councilmember Chahal, under what law are you doing this?
Councilmember Watanabe, there is no law specified laws to when you make a motion.
There
It's a discretion.
No, we're one at a time, please.
Okay.
There is a city charter. We have a city charter that delegates duties to members of the council, including the mayor and the city manager, all the way down. So I would like to know under what section of the charter are you using? What section of the charter are you using to make this motion? Because according to sections 704, 704.1, 704.2, etc., the mayor is the presiding officer and shall have a voice and vote in all proceedings. The mayor shall be the political leader within the community by providing guidance and leadership to the city council, by expressing and explaining to the community the city's policies and programs, and by assisting the city council in the informed, vigorous, and effective exercise of its powers. Political leadership shall be concerned with the general development of the community and the general level of city services and activity programs. The mayor is the official head of the city and should have this responsibility, because I have to ask you then, who is going to bring the scope of legal services? The full council has a right to know, and we can't hand it off to one council member with no transparency. So I have extreme concerns with this motion that's been put forward, because it is the mayor's responsibility to represent the city council and take on this task.
Thank you. Councilmember Hardy.
I'm more than happy to act for the council and to find some legal counsel. And from everything that was read, it does not call any specific person. Specifically, the mayor does not have to do that. And the council as a body, as a majority, makes that decision. So I'm more than happy to do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Who hasn't spoken? Councilmember Becker.
Mayor, and also looking at, per the advice last week we were given in regards to that, it can be any member of this city council, any member of this board, and therefore we are acting based on that advice from last week. So just to clear the facts up.
Vice Mayor Jane.
Yeah, if what Councilmember Watanabe said, then the mayor could be the only person who could be the representative for any agency, the water board, the VTA, the NCPA, everything. No council member could do anything, which doesn't seem to be right to me. But I would like to defer to our acting city attorney or assistant city attorney to weigh in on this.
Let me go through the hands again, because I would like to call for the question. Councilmember Chahal.
So I have the same interpretation. The charter code, Councilmember Watanabe mentioned, does not mention that any action we are taking today violates that charter. It does not. Yes, mayor has a responsibility, but as a body, the whole council has a different responsibilities. And as advised by Assistant City Attorney last week, that one of us should be appointed to get a legal counsel. And that's exactly what we are doing right now. We are not violating any city charter. We are not taking anybody's power. We are just appointing one of the council member or a mayor for this job. That's it. And there's no illegal thing on that. Nothing. Thank you.
Vice Mayor Jane, and again, I would like to get to the public and call for the question.
Sorry, I forgot to lower my hand.
Councilmember Watanabe.
Thank you, Mayor. I am just going to state again that the mayor is the head of the city council and should have this responsibility. I think the action that's being taken here is just a clear expression of the disrespect that is constantly shown by certain accounts, this council majority, and now being shown to the mayor and taking away a duty that she is duly responsible to handle and should be bringing this forth because, like I said, by turning this over to a council member, what transparency are we going to have based on certain actions taken again by certain members of this council majority? Who is going to be brought back and under what terms? I have a lot of reservations, and I just see this as nothing more than disrespect towards the mayor and her duties as the leader of the city council and of this city. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to go to the public. Do any members of the public have any comments on this item? Assistant City Clerk, do we have any e-comments?
I have no written comments and I see no hands.
Okay. All right. So back to the City Council. We have a motion and a second. I'm going to support the motion because I believe that this council has taken actions that I think are not in the best interest of the city. And the longer we go without any legal representation, the more harm they're going to do. And I think that legal counsel is absolutely necessary. So I'm sure that we'll make sure that we get the right legal counsel. There's the protocols and the conflicts of interest are checked and everything else before they come back to the city council. But I think it's obvious they're not going to select me, and that's fine. They can, they have a right, the council has a right to select who they want to select on the city council. They have a right to do what they want to do. I just want to make sure the city's protected and we stop acting without legal counsel. We wasted a week. We should have done this last week when the assistant city attorney said, don't go into closed session without legal counsel. She didn't advise it. This council the majority didn't listen. And here we are a week later, wasted a bunch of people's time a week later. And now you're asking to retain legal counsel. So I think it's important we do that. So I will support the motion. I'm going to call for the question. Councilmember Becker, please don't repeat yourself. Is there anything else you want to say that you haven't said already?
I just appreciate you supporting the motion and helping us get things done. I really appreciate that. And there's no disrespect.
Yeah, sure. Okay, thank you. Assistant City Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Watanabe.
They may have a right, but it doesn't.
No, that's enough, please.
Up.
I know, thank you. I know it's really, let's just please move on. Thank you. Assistant City Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Watanabe.
No.
Councilmember Shahal.
Yes.
Councilmember Hardy.
Yes.
Councilmember Park.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Jane.
Yes.
Councilmember Becker.
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore.
Yes. And that passes 6-1. Thank you. May I please have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion second to adjourn. Assistant City Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Watanabe.
Yes.
Councilmember Shahal.
Yes.
Councilmember Hardy.
Yes.
Councilmember Park.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Jane.
Yes.
Councilmember Becker.
Yes.
Mayor Gilmore.
Yes, thank you. And this meeting is adjourned. Good night, everyone.